What's going on, guys? Lokmanyu here, and welcome back to yet another video for the FIFA 23 starter squads. And this time we'll be talking about the La Liga, one of my favorite starter squads that is so overpowered at the start. These cheap meta beasts are definitely going to help you at the start of this game. And knowing how difficult it is to get the best players at the start, I've made 150,000 coins in that particular range, and you can even bring it down to 75 if you're less on coins. So without any more delay, let's just get straight into the video. Alright guys, so this is the La Liga starter squad. This is one of my favorites, like I said, and this is like a dream squad to kick things off. I'm pretty sure your opponent will get a little nervous when he sees this squad because these guys for such less coins are so good in the game. And starting off with Alejandro Gomez, I think his rating has been decreased by 1. He was probably 85 if I'm not wrong in FIFA 22, but still he's such a good card. Mind, this is the base version of him is I think probably Cam in the market. You can switch him to left wing positions, as you can see with the new chemistry system. You can use the position modifier and put him at left wing as well. 86 pace, 78 shooting, 83 passing. I mean, this card looks like the real deal. 85 dribbling as well, and the agility balance, I mean, look at this particularly. 91 agility, 93 balance. He's just going to feel really good on the ball. Even the acceleration speaks for himself. He can even be one of your strikers as well in the game, you know, if you're planning to play with different formations. So this is like a standard formation that I've kept right now for you to try and mix up things as per. I'll definitely be making videos on what tactics and what formations you should be playing when the game comes out. But nonetheless, this guy is definitely the player that you should consider in your team. Next up is Correa. Now this guy looks so good. Everyone has been talking about him. His pace, his dribbling, his shooting is just incredible. Going into FIFA 23, as you can see the pace stats, 86 acceleration, 85 sprint speed, 86 shooting, decent shot power, 90 agility, 88 balance. I mean, what more do you need for your striker? He's a 4-star, 4-star. So is Gomez, and these guys can definitely be this Argentinian duo, will cause havoc for your opponent's defense. Now, next up is Rafinha. Now he's had a fantastic season with Leeds last year. He's definitely a huge upgrade from last year, and you can see 91 pace, and he's a 4-star, 4-star as well. We're just going to have a look at his stats real quickly. 90 acceleration, 91 sprint speed. He looks like such a good player for the wings, and I wouldn't really recommend him on the striker position, hence I've considered his pace and put him on the wings in that sense. His agility is really good. Balance is a bit of an off because he's a little tall, but still all the other stats are just incredible, and I wish he was a 5-star skiller, but this card is still really good. Now moving on to this new card that we've been seeing as an upgrade, Sergi Darder. He looks really good. 82 pace, 83 dribbling, 82 passing as well. Overall, he looks like a complete beast to me, and you should definitely consider him in your starting 11 if you're looking at cheap CMs. His price is also really cheap, and you can see 81 acceleration, 83 sprint speed, and all the other stats look very balanced. Even the stamina is really good, so you don't really have to sub him in. That's the primary concern of a CM, that people don't want to really substitute out. You know, they just want to switch their wingers and strikers after the 65th or 70th minute. So this guy is definitely the one you can consider in your team. Next up is De Paul. He was decent at the start, I think in FIFA 22 as well. His pace stats were really good, but he's definitely an upgrade this year. You can see 78 pace, 77 shooting, 83 passing, 82 dribbling, and 81 physical as well. Even the defending is really not that bad, so he can be your box-to-box CM as you see these stats. The highlight is his 91 stamina, which I was talking about. So good to have your player play till the 90th minute and even beyond for that matter if you go into extra time in any game. Very good short passing and long passing also. Vision is really good. All the other stats around the 80 bit of rating, which is really solid. Then comes this beast Kessie. Now if you're not starting Kessie in your team, then you're missing out on an engine in your team basically. I mean, look at those stats. His pace is a little let down though if you compare it to other DMs who are faster, but still he's not that bad with respect to pace and all his other stats. I mean, look at the physical: 93 stamina, 86 strength, 84 aggression, and his defending is his primary ability. Agility balance are not that bad either, so you can play. Composure is also decent, so he's definitely going to help you as your main CDM in this team. Moving on to this card that I found really interesting, Espino. His pace is really good. It's 87, and even his physical is really good in my opinion. So he obviously going forward, he's going to be a bit of a problem because his shooting and all is not that good. Even the passing is short passing is 67, but because he's a 78 rated, that's the way to go about it. But his pace and his physical is really good. Defending is not bad either, so you can definitely consider him. I'll obviously be talking about the options you can play on the bench, the likes of Acuna and all. So if you're looking at high stats for defending, you can definitely consider Acuna. Moving on to this guy Araujo, this Barcelona player. I think he recently got injured, which is obviously a huge problem for Barcelona in real life, but his stats are incredible. His pace is decent to start with. 83 defending, 83 physical. I mean, he looks like a solid centre back to kick things off. His acceleration is a problem, but I think that covers up with the sprint speed somewhat, and obviously you can make upgrades as and when you get the coins with the likes of Militao, Koundé, and there's so many options in La Liga that you can consider. I mean, you can see his defending stats are incredible. His strength is also 86, 84 aggression, decent composure as well for an 83 rated, so he is definitely the one I would be recommending to start in your team. Then comes this El Yamik, if I'm saying his name correctly. His pace is 86. The reason why I put him there, I know he's a little low rated when you compare it to the other cards, but look at that pace. I mean, he covers up for what Araujo doesn't have, and even his jumping is really good. His physicality is not that bad either. His composure is a little low, so mind you can consider options from the bench that I'll be talking about, but still he's really good to stop those fast-paced strikers of your opponents. Next up is Jesus Navas. Now, he's always been around as the fullback for La Liga. He's got 85 pace, 81 dribbling. He's agile. I think he's 5'8" or something, and he will be really good. And obviously, I haven't really talked about the work rates. You can see it on your screens for all the players, like from the attack till the midfield. They're all decent. Nobody is low in this team, which is the best part about it. I think medium is completely fine, but obviously a high work rate. For example, Kessie, we're going to go back to him. He looks really good because he's high, and then even De Paul is high medium, which is perfectly fine. Medium is still okay. It just shouldn't be low in my opinion. Moving on to the goalkeeper now. I think this guy looks like the real deal. He's a little costly. If you want to put your coin somewhere else, then you can do that, but he's a very strong keeper. I think his name is Bono, if I'm saying this right. I really need to work on my pronunciation sometimes until I know it for sure. But 84 diving, 76 kicking is a little problematic, but 86 reflexes, 84 positioning. He looks like a very good goalkeeper. And one more thing before I move on to the bench, the new chemistry system does not impact this. You just have to put the player in the right position to get the best out of their chemistry style, so make sure not to worry about the chemistry system at all if you're just rocking a La Liga starter squad. Now let's move on to the bench. Unai Simon looks like a decent goalkeeper from the bench you can have in your team. 85 reflexes, but I'd still say Bono is better. Unless you're low on coins, then you can go with Simon. The other fullback that I would talk about, another Argentinian and from Sevilla, is Montiel. Now he's also a decent card. You can start over as Spino, but his pace is 83, still not that bad either. Other stats are really good as well, but Acuna in my opinion will be the best option to Espino because his overall stats are very good, and I think if you give him the right chemistry, which you will be with 3 chemistry points, I think his pace with Shadow will be increasing like crazy, and all his other stats are very good, and we all know the history of Acuna Matata, as I like to call him always, and he's such a good player. You can even bring him off the bench to play at the CM position. If you want to defend the lead or have a box-to-box player, etc. Then comes Nacho. Nacho is someone you can replace with El Yamik if you can compromise on the pace, because Nacho's defending stats are really good, and he will definitely be a good player to start with Araujo if you don't like El Yamik. Then coming to Camavinga. Camavinga is an overall really good DM. His shooting is probably a letdown, as we'll be having a look at his stats real quickly. Pace is not that bad either. Dribbling is decent. Physical is okay as well. I mean, for a starter squad, he can definitely be considered off the bench. Then comes Nabil Fekir. He's going to be your go-to sub, in my opinion, that you can just get him off the bench with his decent stats all around. He's 4-star, and he's high medium also, so he's definitely going to be very useful with his left foot for finesse shots, etc. His card is very good. good in my opinion. Then comes Danjuma. Now he's so pacey. I think he's 4'4" as well, and he's got a high medium work rate. So 88 pace is very good to bring off the bench. Decent shooting also. So he would be my go-to man to bring off the bench. If you obviously you can have the bench with different leagues, but still, just talking about La Liga, he's so good. Then comes Ansu Fati. A lot of people will be starting him in as well because his 88 pace is incredible. He's 4-star high medium, and he's definitely an option to consider for the wings coming off the bench. Or probably if you don't like Gomez, you can start with Ansu Fati as well. Then comes Rodrigo, 88 pace. This guy had an incredible card last year with his special card. I think it was a showdown card, which I personally used right till the end of this game. In fact, my FIFA 22 team still has him. And he's 84 dribbling, 4-star Real Madrid. I mean, just Brazilian also. So just perfectly links with any hybrid team that you also want to make. And then Inaki Williams is an interesting shout. He's got 94 pace, the highest pace player in this whole squad. Now, if you feel there's lack of pace in your team, the only problem is that he's got a 2-star weak foot, and that is not something you want to have in your striker. But still, with respect to his height being 6'1" and his pace, he's really good to come off the bench and make an impact for your team. Then comes Depay, overall really good. I mean, 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot is a letdown, but his overall stats are really good if you just want to start him at the striker position also. A little low on pace, but that is fine, and his dribbling is insane. 5-star skills just fits in perfectly in your team. Then comes this guard, Matheus Cunha, and he's also not bad either. 84 pace, 82 shooting, 84 dribbling as well. I think he's a 4-star as well. His work rates are medium. The problem with Depay, also going back to him, is his defensive work rate is low. Not that going to matter a lot, so prefer to play him at the striker position. Alright guys, that was your La Liga starter squad for about 150,000 coins to start your FIFA 23 Ultimate Team grind. Like I said, it's one of my favorites, and I would definitely recommend this over any other league, at least till the time that I've made these videos. We're going to be coming up with Serie A and Bundesliga, and probably even a hybrid one as soon as we approach this game. I cannot wait to play the game. These cards will be so good at the start, because like I always say at the start of any game, you will never get the chance to use these after a month or so. So why not make the most of it and enjoy when everybody is almost a popper on an RTG, unless you're investing FIFA points. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching this video. Do drop a like, sub to the channel, as I'll be coming up with a lot more videos. And like always, take care guys, and good luck for the new season. Bye bye.